One of the biggest mistakes older men make in the gym is thinking that effort alone guarantees results. It doesn't. Effort matters. Consistency matters. Discipline matters. But if the method is wrong, all that effort can still produce disappointing results. That is the hard truth. And a lot of men over 40 know exactly what I mean. They are not lazy. They are not unmotivated. They are not afraid of hard work. In fact, many of them work harder than ever. But they are putting that work into a training system that is not built around measurable progress. So what happens? They lift, they sweat, they leave tired, and they assume that means they had a productive workout. But fatigue is not the same as progress. Exhaustion is not the same as muscle gain. And soreness is not proof that the workout worked. That is where a lot of confusion starts. Because if you spend years judging workouts by how wiped out you feel, you can easily miss the one thing that actually matters. Did performance improve? Did output improve? Did you do more work in a measurable way? Power Factor training focuses on that question. It gives you a way to quantify exercise intensity by combining resistance, repetitions, and time. That gives you a real standard, not a feeling, not a guess, a standard. And once you have a standard, training becomes a lot more honest. You can see whether you are improving. You can see whether a workout schedule is helping or hurting you. You can see whether your body is actually adapting. That is extremely important for older men. Because once recovery becomes a bigger factor, bad programming can quietly sabotage progress for months or years. A man may think he needs to push harder, but in reality, he may need to train smarter and recover more fully. That is a major difference. And it is one of the reasons some men report setting new personal records after just 2 or 3 properly structured workouts. Not because of magic, not because of hype. Because for the first time, they stop doing work that interferes with recovery and start doing work that drives measurable improvement. That is a different game. And it is a better game for men who want results without unnecessary wear and tear. There is also something psychologically powerful about measurable training. When you can see progress on paper, motivation becomes easier. When you know what you are trying to beat, every session has purpose. When the workout is built around performance, you stop wandering through the gym and start training with intent. That matters, especially when time is valuable, especially when recovery is slower. Especially when your goal is to build muscle and strength, not just pass time inside a weight room. The older you get, the less sense it makes to train by tradition alone. You need something more objective, something more efficient, something you can verify. That is the appeal of Power Factor Workout. It gives men a way to stop guessing and start measuring. And once that happens, a lot of bad assumptions about training start to fall apart. If that sounds like something you need, look into Power Factor Workout. This system has worked for over 30 years, and it may completely change the way you think about building muscle after 40. To learn more, just click the link below.